What if faith was not merely something you claimed, but something that colored your entire being? Not a label, not an identity inherited, but a living imprint upon the soul, subtle, luminous, unmistakable. These two verses invite us into that depth, where belief is no longer spoken, it is seen. The coloring of Allah. The verse opens with a metaphor so intimate and striking that it bypasses the intellect and speaks directly to the heart. Ṣibghat literally means dye, a color that penetrates fabric so deeply it becomes inseparable from it. Here the Quran is not describing faith as a surface identity. It is describing it as a transformation. Just as cloth dipped in dye emerges completely altered, no thread untouched, so too the believer is invited into a state where the divine imprint permeates every aspect of existence: thoughts, intentions, reactions, even silence. This is not about adopting external forms alone. It is about an inner saturation. A person colored by the world reflects the anxieties, desires, and fleeting values of the world. But a person colored by Allah reflects something entirely different: tranquility and chaos, sincerity and action, humility and strength. This phrase gently but firmly redirects the believer. Do not be content with a borrowed identity. Seek a transformation that reaches your core. And who is better than Allah in coloring? This rhetorical question is not seeking an answer. It is awakening certainty. Human beings constantly seek identity through associations, culture, lineage, status, ideologies. Yet all of these are limited, fragile, and often conflicting. The verse challenges this instinct. What color can the world offer that is purer than the one who created colors themselves? What system, philosophy, or identity can shape the human soul more perfectly than the one who fashioned it? It subtly dismantles pride in inherited or constructed identities. The best dye is not what society gives you. It is what Allah instills within you. And unlike worldly colors that fade with time, divine coloring deepens with sincerity. And we are devoted to Him. After establishing the source of true identity, the verse transitions to a declaration. This is not merely belief, it is commitment. Ibadun comes from ibadah, which encompasses not just ritual worship, but a state of devoted living. It means aligning one's actions, intentions, and priorities with the will of Allah. It is as if the verse is saying, if we truly seek to be colored by Allah, then our lives must reflect that coloring. Not perfectly, but sincerely. Devotion here is not forced. It flows naturally from recognition. When the heart realizes the beauty and perfection of divine guidance, it inclines toward it willingly. Now the discourse shifts, addressing a deeper tension, one that existed in the Prophet's time and continues in different forms today. Verse 139. Say, do you argue with us about Allah? This is not merely a response. It is a dignified assertion. The verse addresses those who disputed the believer's relationship with Allah, often claiming exclusive access to truth based on lineage or tradition. The question exposes the flaw in such arguments. Can anyone truly argue about Allah as if He belongs to one group over another? The divine is not confined by human categories. Truth is not inherited like property. This challenges a subtle but dangerous tendency to reduce faith to identity politics, to think closeness to Allah is guaranteed by association rather than cultivated through sincerity. While He is our Lord and your Lord, this phrase restores universality. Allah is not the Lord of one people, He is the Lord of all. The same Creator who sustains you sustains others. The same mercy that reaches you reaches beyond you. This dismantles arrogance. No one can claim exclusive ownership over God. The relationship with Him is open, but it must be sought. It also introduces a quiet sense of accountability. If He is your Lord too, then your response to Him matters. For us are our deeds, and for you are your deeds. Here the focus shifts from claims to actions. Faith is not proven through argument. It is manifested through deeds. Each individual carries their own record, their own choices, their own consequences. This statement is neither dismissive nor confrontational. It is clarifying. It says, let actions speak. Instead of endless debate, let sincerity, character, and conduct become the evidence of one's faith. And we are sincere to him. The verse concludes with the essence of everything that came before. Ikhlāṣ, sincerity. Without sincerity, even the most outwardly correct actions lose their spirit. With sincerity, even small acts gain immense weight. Mukhlisun implies purity of intention, worship free from showing off, belief free from ulterior motives, devotion free from distraction. It is the inner state that completes the outer form. And notice the progression. From being colored by Allah, to devotion, to clarity and belief, to accountability and action, and finally to sincerity. This is the journey of faith in a few profound lines. If you sit with these verses long enough, a realization begins to settle. Faith is not about winning arguments. It is not about labels or inherited pride. It is about becoming, quietly, deeply, sincerely, someone whose entire being reflects the divine guidance. A person who, when seen, reminds others not of themselves, but of something higher. And now the question turns to you. What has colored your soul so far? The noise of the world or the remembrance of your Lord? Because in the end, only one color remains. Only one imprint endures. If this reflection stirred something within you, don't let it fade. Carry it. Revisit these verses. Let them work on your heart, slowly, gently, deeply. And if you seek more reflections that awaken the soul and deepen your connection with the Quran, stay connected, because this journey has only just begun.